Namaskar, hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm RVD, and we're going to go ahead with the next lecture of my playlist Placement Interview Questions on C Programming, where C Programming is simplified. So, we are still into input output. In the previous videos, we had seen the concept of fill width as well as precision. This video is going to be about flags. The question for this video is, what are the flags provided by C or provided in C? So let us go ahead with the concept of flags directly. See, we had seen that fill width and precision allows you to control the way you can take input and display your output. Flags obviously try to go ahead or extend the same control further. Flags are provided to get better control over the output. So how exactly we can use flag? Flags are used along with fill width and precision. So if at all you try to get the overall sequence, I'll be able to show you with the example. So whenever you start with the printf, okay, after the percent sign, you'll have a format specifier, okay, and that is what is the compulsory thing, percent and a format specifier. Now between all these things, so far we had seen that we'll have a fill width here, okay, we can have a dot, we can have a precision here, and then we'll have a format specifier which is, let's say, D, okay, and then we can have argument. That's what we had seen. So fill width, dot, precision, and then we'll have the format specifier. Now this is a place where we'll have your flags. So flags are immediately after percent sign and generally before the fill width. But as I already said, flags, fill width, dot, precision, all are optional. What is compulsory is after percent you should have your format specifier. Based on your requirement, you can either have flags or fill width or precision. Fine. So let's go ahead. Let us look at what are the different flags which are being provided and so on. So the different flags provided by C are, there are 4 flags. The first one is nothing but the 0 flag. Then we have minus flag. Then we have sign flag. And the last we have hash flag. Okay, so these are the variety of flags which are being provided by C. Now let us try to understand the significance of each flag step by step. Okay, so going ahead with the first one, 0 flag. Now if you remember, we had seen in case of fill width, if at all fill width with printf, if you have lesser characters in your output, then it uses the padding character so as to meet the requirements of the fill width. For example, if the output contains only 3 characters but the fill width is, let's say, 6, so 3 more characters are being padded, and by default the padding character was blank space. Now in 0 flag, if at all I use 0 flag, then that will be replaced by 0. Fine, so that's the basic use of 0 flag. 0 flag is used to replace the default padding character blank space by 0. Fine, so let us take example. So if I have printf like this, let's say printf percent 5d, okay, a, and let's assume that I have value of a as 23. Then so far we have already seen the output. In this case we'll have 3 blank spaces. Maybe I'll write the old output like this, 3 blank spaces and 2. Clear? Because 23 contains only 2 characters, the fill width is 5. But suppose I use 0 flag, the symbol is 0 itself. So if I do it like this, the output is going to be 0, 0, 0, 2, 3. As simple as that. So 0 flag is used to replace the padding character from blank space to 0. Mind you, it's not that any type of flag you use and it will replace the character with that. No, we have stipulated predefined tags. So blank space can only be replaced by 0. Right, so that was about 0 flag. Next is about minus flag. Now again, in case of extra padding, we have seen that your padding characters are always displayed before the output. That's the default way it gets displayed. Now suppose I want the padding characters to be displayed after the output, then I can use minus flag. Okay, let's look at the statement. By default, the padding characters are displayed before the output. So your sign flag, that's a mistake. It's not a sign flag, but a minus flag, because sign flag has its own significance. Using minus flag, the padding characters are displayed after the actual output. Okay, let's look at the example. So printf, again let's assume the value of a to be 23. So if I have 5d and a, the earlier output, all of you know, 3 blank spaces and 2 3. I am assuming the value of a to be 23. So if I use minus flag, minus 5d, then the output that I'll be getting is 2 3 and 3 blank spaces. And you might be wondering how these 3 blank spaces will be shown after the output. They will not be visible. Yes, you can very well anticipate that by the cursor. You will see the cursor blinking not immediately after 23, but after leaving the appropriate number of spaces. So in short, if at all any output will be displayed further, it will not come immediately after 23, but it will come with the required spaces being left in between. So I repeat again, padding characters are displayed before the output by default. So if I use a minus flag, mind you, not sign flag, but minus flag, then the padding characters are displayed after the actual output. And this is the example. So if the minus flag is not there, it will be this output, but with the minus flag, this is how you will be able to get. Clear? So that's the use of minus flag in your C. The next one is sign flag. Now this is what is the sign flag. The sign is plus. For minus flag, obviously it was minus, but for sign flag, plus is just a kind of a compromise. We don't have any symbols, so C has used plus. It's nothing to do with plus only. I'll tell you what exactly is that. Now tell me, what is the by default sign that is being displayed? It is the negative sign. In short, if the number is negative, it displays minus sign. If the number is positive, it doesn't display plus. It is being assumed. And your sign flags works on this particular point only. In short, whenever I use a sign flag, it makes sure that negative numbers will be displayed with minus sign, but positive numbers will also be displayed with plus sign. Again, there's a confusion because the sign flag symbol is plus. So is it like it is biased towards positive numbers or something? Nothing like that. Get it clearly. Even if I print negative number with sign flag, it is going to have a minus sign only. ऐसा नहीं कि anything you print, it is going to give you plus sign, because the sign flag, the symbol is plus. That's what I said. It is a compromise because of the lack of symbol. So sign flag is being used with plus. Effect इसका ये है, negative के साथ negative और minus sign देगा, positive के साथ it is going to give you positive sign or plus also, जो कि otherwise नहीं होता. Right? Look at the statements. Generally, the sign is displayed with negative numbers only. Sign flag is used to display the corresponding sign irrespective of whether the number is negative or positive. I said corresponding sign, मतलब जो sign है वही. Example देखते हैं. So suppose I have int a equal to 23 and let's say b is equal to minus 7. So if I say printf %d a comma b, you know, in the current state the outputs are going to be which, maybe let me write the output which in the absence of sign flag, it will be 23 space maybe minus 7 because space was given in between. Now you can see the positive number is printed as it is, but negative is printed with sign. Now if I use a sign flag, let me use sign flag in both the cases. Okay, because I don't know what a and b will be. No? I just want that they should always be printed with their number, with their signs. So now in this case, the output changes like this: plus 23 and minus 7. Okay, it does not hamper the sign of negative number. Get it very clearly. I don't know what that confusion comes from, but I generally had seen the confusion that sign flag is used to print the number in positive. It's not that. We have a separate function for that, absolute, which will always convert even negative numbers to positive. Sign flag only works towards their output. Fine. So simple conclusion: sign flag use किया, positive numbers will be printed with plus sign, negative numbers will be printed with minus sign. Okay. And the last one is hash flag. The hash flag has got two usages. One is with the float and the other one with the integer. With float, it's not that significant use as such, but it is there. So maybe let us discuss that as well. Now when I use the hash flag with the floating point numbers, irrespective of whether the decimal places are there or not, it will always retain the decimal point. That's the only advantage. I'll tell you the example. Let's say if I have float x is equal to 5. Now even if I print like printf percent f x, output of this is going to be 5.60. I hope you remember. By default the precision is what? 6. Now suppose I have done this 0.0f. Okay, point nikal gaya. 0.0f. Thoda adjust karo. 0.0f means what? I want 0 precision. So as per the rule, the output will be 5. See what has happened? The decimal point is lost. We don't mind because there is no decimal place. But still, if you don't want the decimal point to be lost, you just put hash here. Once you put a hash flag, obviously the sign is hash, the output will be 5.0. Clear? Now, obviously, that is how it works. Now when you want to use it, or when you want this particular requirement, we can use hash flag while printing the floating point. So I repeat again, when the hash flag is used with floating point, irrespective of whether the decimal places are there or not there, decimal point will always be shown, will always be visible. Okay. Rather, hash flag has more significant use with integers. Generally when the integers are being printed, there are 3 types of integers we can have: decimal, octal and hexadecimal. So generally when the decimal numbers are printed or integers are printed, irrespective of whichever type it is being printed directly. If I wish that they should be printed with their prefix, decimal has no prefix, octal prefix is 0, and for hexadecimal the prefix is 0x. So if I wish that they should be printed with their prefix, then I can make use of hash flag with printing integers. Okay, let's see. Hash flag when used with integers prints the type of constants with its corresponding prefix. Okay, so I'll give you the example. So let's say example again, int a is equal to 23. Now if I do this, printf percent d, which is decimal, percent o, which is octal, and percent x, which is hexadecimal, a. If you remember, we have done this in some of the previous videos when I have taught you printf, how this will be printed. See, percent d will print the decimal number as it is. Okay, so it will print 23. Now percent o is going to print 23 in octal. So octal mein, if I want to convert 23, it will be let's say 8 2s are 16 plus 7. That is octal conversion of 23. If I want to convert that into hexadecimal, 16 1s are 16 plus 7. Clear? Now this is how it will be printed in absence of hash flag. You can see even if this is decimal, it will anyways will be displayed as it is. But octal and hexadecimal you cannot make out that they are being displayed as octal and hexadecimal. Then that can be done by putting a hash flag while printing. Let us put hash flag in decimal also, just to check that with decimal hash flag is not going to have any effect. So 23 will still be displayed as it is because that's the convention, no prefix. But for 27 it will display 0 to 7, and for 17 I don't have proper space, but it will be displaying 0x17. So this is being represented as octal and this is being represented as hexadecimal, and that's what the statement says. So when the hash flag is used with integer or integer constants, the corresponding integer constants would be displayed along with its own prefix. So it becomes easy to identify. So that was about the flags used in C programming. Generally, the flags are not being given that importance, or it is not being generally taught. But you see many questions determine the output where you'll be able to see the concept of fill width, precision and flags heavily being used. And if you are clear about these concepts, you are in a better position to determine the output accurately. Okay, so just to revise what we have done in this particular video, we have started with flags in C. We have understood that there are 4 flags which we require to go through. That is 0 flag, which we had understood that it is for replacing the padding characters by 0. The actual one is blank space. So we can replace it by 0. Then we had seen minus flag, the padding characters, instead of before the output, it will be displayed after the output. Then we have the sign flag, where we had seen it forces the positive numbers also to be displayed with positive sign or plus sign. And last was hash. Hash with float, not quite significant, but it retains the decimal point. But hash with integer, it forces the integer constants to be displayed along with the corresponding prefix. Fine, so I guess with that you will be able to get the complete knowledge of flags in C, okay, very clearly. So as far as the flags in C is concerned, that's it for this video. Thank you and happy learning.